Mong.
Good evening. Welcome to Track Talk, or afternoon or morning. I keep forgetting about that. Welcome to Track Talk. Rick Dawson, Gary Mong. We are currently at the Mounds Mall Special Events Studio.
New Year.
It is.
First broadcast of the new year.
It is. I had not even noticed that.
Yes.
It just seems like the same old thing to me. We're glad you decided to spend some time with us. If you're listening to us live, of course, we tape this on Tuesday evenings. Hope you're warm and at home and all snuggled up and off the road.
Yes.
It's that time.
It is. It's almost identical to about a year ago, the same time.
It is not identical.
As far as the time frame.
I told you that before we went on the air.
Now, wait a minute. You didn't let me finish.
Yes.
When it all started was the same time frame.
You know, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to vote for you to join my Optimist Club. Because the way I look at it, we've only got a couple, 2 or 3 days of this, and then it's getting warmer again.
I didn't say it was going to last forever. I just said the timetable started the same time.
Like it's going to be just like last year.
No, I didn't say that. I just said it started.
Which we might as well lived in Barrow, Alaska. We might as well the next couple of days.
I'm warmer there.
Actually, this is funny. I was sitting having lunch with Jim Boget yesterday, and he has, Jim's kind of off center. So
okay.
Just like me. But he keeps all kinds of temperatures up on his phone that he can look at different cities.
Uh-huh.
I mean, they go to Florida and 2 or 3 different. And one of the places is Barrow, Alaska. And yesterday at lunch, he brought it up. I think it was like 9 or 10 degrees here. It was 16 degrees in Barrow, Alaska.
It was warmer.
I don't want theirs. Theirs lasts all winter. Ours is only going to last a little bit. It's going to be gone.
Yes.
Actually, it's going to warm up this weekend.
That's good.
It is not going to warm up for the next couple of days, though. So if you have to be out, don't go out if you don't have to. I don't know what the schools are going to do, but it'd be kind of crazy to make kids stand out waiting on a bus with 20 or 30 below zero wind chill factors, or have them out on the road and take a chance that they're they get stranded or whatever. But be safe this time of year. We just had our first snowfall, and a lot of folks have never driven on it before. A lot of them act like they've never driven on it before. It's a different world out there, and especially like today, this is Tuesday again, it was cold, but the sun was out, so a lot of it did melt off the streets, but the streets are still wet, and when it gets down below zero, sometimes, I'm not a chemist, but calcium chloride and I know salt doesn't work, so that's going to freeze up again. So what may look wet is probably slick, so just be careful.
And the kind of snow we got, which was a powdery snow, with this wind we're supposed to get tomorrow, is just going to blow it back across these roads.
Well,
just be careful.
I was able to climb Mount Dawson today with the snowplow, and I don't think I tore anything up this time. I'm not real good with snowplow.
Spring, you'll see it.
Yeah.
If you did or not.
I actually woke up at like 3:30 this morning and was watching the news, and because I knew I had to plow, but I had to wait till like 6 o'clock before it stopped snowing to do it. But we got her plowed, had the racetrack opened up by 7:30 this morning.
Ready to go for business.
Ready to go. So, but I don't like snow. It gets below 70 degrees. I've said it a million times. It's cold outside.
So right now it's really cold outside.
It's really cold. So but be safe. That's the main thing. If you've got pets, bring them inside. Make sure they got plenty of water.
Yes. And
we'll get through it. It's not that big a deal. In 2 months, a little over 2 months, we're going to be on the racetrack racing. So
yeah. And if your pets are like my pets, they're spoiled, so they're inside anyway.
Yeah. Well, we went to the CRA Awards banquet Saturday night down in the Grand Hall at Union Station in Indianapolis, which is just a beautiful facility. I don't know how many folks they had there, but it was 200 or 300.
Yes.
Good food, great fellowship. A lot of folks were there. Got to see them in a little more relaxed environment than a racetrack. It was a long banquet, although it was shorter than normal. I give them credit for it. It was a nice banquet.
It is.
But I'm not the one to ask about that. I just want to know about the food and the fellowship. Set with Jerry Knuckles and Cindy from Columbus Speedway. Hadn't got a chance to sit and socialize with them for quite a while. And Randy Simpson
yes.
from Lucas Oil Raceway Park, which going to be dining with him this week and going to do what we can to help them with their new Friday night program. They're running, I think, 5 races on Friday nights, and going to help them out all we can.
Right.
So just all kinds of things.
A lot of things in the works, isn't there?
Yes. Yeah. Great band, the Bishops.
The Bishops, they are good.
It's kind of a annual event for them to play there. And just so happens I've been wanting to do this, so I just took it upon myself, and I'm going to book them for our a little concert the night before the Little 500 this year.
That'd be great. That'll be great.
So working on all that. There's all kinds of things going. Well, there's my family. There's Mr. and Mrs. Cobb and Mrs. Dawson.
Yes, they must be out shopping for you for something.
They're getting my Christmas present. So
exchanging the coals that you got.
Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure what I want out there. I may need to take an early break here and go out and put my order in.
There you go.
Selling a lot of advance tickets, and I have extended that offer for one more month through the month of January. We've been selling them quite a bit, had quite a few folks come in, so I'm going to go ahead, same offer, 20 tickets for $140 and 10 tickets for $80, selling both packs, and they're going really well. Good friend of ours who's at the racetrack. I think every night we're open. He's a great supporter, and I know he listens to our show quite frequently, maybe every week too. And I appreciate his input a lot of times, and he tells me when I'm wrong. Wayne Saltine was in and got his ticket, so good to know that we're going to be able to see our good old buddy out there again.
Absolutely. Along with a lot of our other regulars that are out there with us. I'm sure they're all biting at the bit just like we are.
A lot of new folks. Had an interesting luncheon today at Rotary with an interesting speaker. We'll talk a little bit about that in the second half of our show. We're going to have a call in here in just a few minutes as soon as Wade gets him on the line. One of our more colorful racers, for lack of a better way to put it, and I mean that with all respect.
Yes.
A good racer, a good hard racer, not without controversy sometimes, but most racers are like that.
Right.
But whenever this man hits the racetrack, you know he's a competitor and he's going to be there tough.
He's looking for victory.
He's a multi-time champion of Anderson Speedway, and I believe on the line we have Curtis Chapman.
Hey,
Curtis,
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you, buddy. How you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm living the dream.
Yeah, aren't we all?
Live the dream of staying warm.
Then you must be in a southern location.
No, I'm in the same place you are. I'm dreaming that I'm somewhere else.
There you go. I'm with you, buddy. Hey, another great season and a championship. Let's touch on that first and some of your other championships, and then I know a lot of the folks are wanting to know what your plans are for 2015. But let's talk about 2014 and what happened there for you.
Started out with a win, which was great, and then we thought we was going to sell the car, and then that didn't happen. So I didn't want. I wanted to run for a championship back to back. Hadn't done that, and it wasn't a great season, but it was okay. I had a few problems that we got worked out in the end. The biggest thing this year was getting smoked in the crossover and about dying, but just very fortunate, Rick. And I want to take this time to thank you, because I don't think I ever really do sometimes thank you for the stuff that you do and the stuff that you got to put up with for people like us to come out and race and to have fun. Sometimes the fun gets taken from it, but it's just because we're all competitive and we all want the same spot that the other person's in.
Well, I appreciate that, Curtis. I really do, and you got to understand, I can't say that I ever get callous to it, but over the 18 seasons, I've seen a lot of it, and our whole objective, everybody's objective, and even being competitive is to have fun doing it.
Right.
And sometimes it doesn't happen the way we want it to, but in the end, if you look at the big picture, it's that way if you've got that attitude, and it's competitors like you that keep the racing from being boring. I mean, and I mean that in the most respectful ways. We could put 20 cars out there that go the same speed and drive the same way and do it every week, and we wouldn't have nobody to watch them. But when Curtis Chapman's on that racetrack, all eyes are focused on Curtis.
That's right.
And I think that's a tribute to you.
Well, thanks, man. I really appreciate that.
Well, obviously the Outlaw figure eight didn't work out too well this year. I tell you, I don't know. I've had a lot of people, and Gary sitting here beside me, we haven't seen a hit like that maybe since I've owned the track, but that was one of the toughest hits that we ever seen. Fortunately, you're up walking around, and I know you had to be really sore after that. I think it's a testament to your car.
Yeah, there was some discrepancy on whether it was built right or whatever, but the thing about it was it's a testament to how well it was built, because that dude's bumper ended up on my seat. You know, his bumper hit my butt, my right butt cheek. You know, I mean, if you want to put it that way.
I'm not sure how else we could put it.
I don't even remember anything after that for the longest time, and I didn't want to go to the hospital because I'm stubborn. Probably should have went, but I really don't think I would have been able to finish the year if I would have went, because I was hurt pretty bad. And all of us tough guys, you know, we think, you know, oh, we're like Earnhardt. We'll never, you know, we're Superman. We can do it. You know, we're invincible. We're not going to be hurt. Well, you know, hey, I learned that you can be hurt. Trust me.
Yeah. Even Superman can get hurt.
That's a fact.
I tell you, I mean, I know you're younger than me and probably quite a bit younger, but you're a veteran, been out there racing for quite a while. The older you get, the longer it takes you to heal too. So I think that wakes you up a little.
Definitely. What's kind of funny is I always had like a hip problem with my left, and it's kind of moved it over, and now I just got a right hip problem.
Yeah, we got you balanced out.
Yeah.
Let's talk about 2015. What's in the offing?
Well, I was going to run Thunder cars, but they're not having the class anymore.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, I just had to throw that jab in there.
That's all right. I had it coming.
It takes a lot of money to build a street stock now, because street stocks used to be somewhat stock. Now they're more like a late model. And with the rules with the figure eight, it's more like a late model nowadays. Personally, I'm getting too old to build my own car, the money-wise. Family don't want me to do that. They got the crap scared out of them last year. But me, I want to run figure eight. I'm planning on running figure eight. I was supposed to drive for Rodney and Gary Milner. I don't know if I haven't talked to them in a while to know if the car's even been built. So it's up to them. You know what I mean? I want to be out there. I'll race whatever you want me to race, Rick. You know what I mean? But
You've seen him in
I don't
everything.
know that it's going to happen this year. You know, I may be fishing. I don't know.
Well, we certainly hope not. You're another one of those guys like we talk about, like Josh Poore and a couple of the others that can get into about any race car.
That's right.
And make it work right. So we're hoping to, and I know the fans want to see Curtis Chapman back on that racetrack if at all possible. So, and I know you've got a great sport, and I thought this was really neat. And you've done it, I don't know how many years. I really noticed it this past year. You would come to the racetrack on Saturday and practice the car, run across the street to Little League, and come back and qualify, go back to Little League. I think that's a testament to your family.
Thank you, but I got something to say about that. It's kind of ironic. You know, our youngest boy didn't even play Babe Ruth this year, so we were really doing it for the kids of the community, because we like to give back to the community. And I appreciate you acknowledging that, because we really take pride in that. You know, we want to keep kids off the street and not going to jail. You know, there's kids that's not even baseball season, and they will call me, inbox me like I'm their father figure or I'm their friend, and I'm their friend always. And I just, you know, I really thank you for bringing that up, because we're really proud of it.
Yeah, well, we need a whole lot more of you around, and I think most of our problems would be solved.
There you go.
We got to go away to a break, Curtis. Anybody in particular? I know Shelley's behind is with you all the way. I know she doesn't necessarily agree a lot of times with the racing and everything, but I know she's an important part of your life. Anybody you want to thank for your racing career while you got the airwaves?
Yeah, I want to thank everybody that's ever helped me race. That's the main thing, and all the fans. And like I said, Rick, I really appreciate the things you do for us racers. Yeah, we get mad at you from time to time because we want to be millionaires, but, let's face it, we're not racing NASCAR. So, but I do want to thank Goober Stanley Motorsports. That guy knows how to build a car. I mean, he works on a lot of cars. He is the mastermind of all the fast cars as far as I'm concerned. I don't think anybody could go up against him and win. I want to thank, the Nils. They really do a lot out there at the track. I want to thank Gary, the flagman. Sometimes I don't think he sees me, but that's okay.
We're getting him a stick with a red end on it this year. That should help.
Thanks.
And I really want to thank, some of my friends like Josh Poor for texting me, telling me good job, stuff like that. There's times that me and Josh, we talk like, hey, we both win tonight, Sometimes that don't happen, but it's like a little joke between me and him. I want to thank Country, Josh Myers. He does a lot for me. I want to thank Eric Scott. He's been there for me all year. My mother, she goes there every day.
Yes, she is. She's there.
She's there, and that crash really hurt her bad. And to land right there where she sat was even worse. And then I want to thank also Dale Phillips because he does a lot of stuff for me over the years. And I do want to say something. I didn't use brand new tires this year at all, not one time. But I had to go out and get my tires fixed this year to get them back right. And Dale Phillips did that for me, and I want to thank him. He's the one that got me started. So anytime that crash, which was bad, I blame him. And he was the one. He was the one that was right there crying, screaming at me for me to wake up when that happened. And I really want to thank him and his family for putting up with me for all these years.
Well, Curtis, Happy New Year, and we hope like everything, we see you on the racetrack this year, and give our best wishes to Shelley and the whole family.
Yeah, I will. Thanks a lot, guys.
All righty. Curtis Chapman, multi-time champion at Anderson Speedway. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, I'm going to take a personal liberty. We had a couple visitors pop into the studio, and we're going to interview them when we come back. You're listening to Anderson Speedway's Track Talk.
When I was a boy, we had family pitch-in dinners on Sunday, so I knew on Saturdays Mom would be in the kitchen baking pies, and especially sugar cream pies. I will never forget pulling a chair up to the table, always turn the chair around back so I could perch on my knees while watching Mom take her fingers and flute the pie crust. That little squiggly thing all the way around. And of course, after the pies were baked, we would beg and plead with Mom, only to have her put her foot down and say, nope, we were not going to get any pie until everybody came by tomorrow. But on Sunday at the family gathering, that first bite of pie was always worth the wait. Mom's a little older now, but that doesn't mean we can't enjoy freshly made sugar cream pies together. Now, instead of Mom making them, I pick up a Wix sugar cream pie. They use simple, fresh ingredients because of Wix rigid freshness standards. The wholesomeness and taste of their pies is better than Mom's. But don't tell her I said that. Now you can pick up a Wix sugar cream pie at most of your local grocery stores. Just look for them in the frozen dessert aisle. I'm Brownie, and I can honestly say about Wix pies, you don't just eat them, you enjoy them.
Honey, stop! Oh my gosh, that's Diggity's back there.
You mean the new Diggity's Frozen Treat Factory?
I heard it's unbelievable. Everybody's talking about it. They have everything yummy.
Yeah, I heard they have ice cream, yogurt, custard, sorbet.
And gelato, plus fruit smoothies, and that's just the beginning.
I heard Diggity's has over 250 toppings, not 30 or 40 like those other places, and you can even get the candy to go separately.
We can eat outside on their huge patio by the fire, too.
Okay, let's see. Frozen yogurt, ice cream, custard, sorbet, and gelato with 250 toppings, or a plain old frozen yogurt shop with limited toppings?
Diggity's it is!
Diggity's wants to cater your event. Diggity's can set up at your event inside or out and provide delicious smoothies, frozen cappuccinos, candies, and frozen treats to your guests. Diggity's is perfect for weddings, company picnics, group outings, sporting events, festivals, you name it, just call Diggity's. 765-393-0033 today for more information.
Heart attack, stroke, serious injury. A sudden health crisis can happen to anyone at any time. So when bad things happen, choose good people. St. Vincent Anderson Regional Hospital has the area's most advanced emergency care, with a state-designated Level 3 trauma center, an internationally accredited chest pain center for heart attack patients, and advanced certification for primary stroke care. We have all the resources to deliver the care you need for any serious or life-threatening emergency. St. Vincent Anderson Regional is the only emergency department in the area with an on-site helicopter. And our $27 million state-of-the-art surgery pavilion opens later this year. Bad things can happen to anyone. Thankfully, good people are ready to help. Choose emergency care from St. Vincent Anderson Regional, the spirit of caring. Visit stvincent.org/Anderson Regional to learn more.
MoFab Incorporated, where imagination is the only limitation. We serve residential, commercial, industrial, and municipal customers as your metals warehouse and fabrication center. We do all types of fabrication using the latest technology with unmatched speed, accuracy, and durability on any substrate. Our ornamental division handles all types of interior and exterior work, including rails, fences, gates, and more. So contact us at mofabbing.com to fabricate your dreams of tomorrow today.
This program is a presentation by Anderson Speedway. The content contained in this program is that of the host and guests, and not this station.
Journey. Foreigner.
That was close.
Yes. I about got that one wrong.
Yes, you.
I'd hate to start the new year.
You said.
Well,
you got part of it.
It's the same era.
Same era.
He didn't tell either one of us.
I could tell because you was wrong.
We're back. Anderson Speedway's Track Talk. Rick Dawson, Gary Mong. We're at the Mounds Mall Special Events Studio. And in the studio with us is special guest stars. Have been stars
about 3 weeks now.
Yes. We have Mr. and Mrs. Daniel Cobb in the studio. That would be my daughter, Lauren, and her new husband, Dan. How are we doing this evening, and what brings you out on such a nice, warm evening?
We ate at Garfield's tonight here at the Great Mounds Mall.
They already ate.
They already ate?
Oh.
So
if you'd waited, Dad would have bought dinner for you.
I know. We were hungry.
So would you like to tell the folks what you did over the Christmas holidays?
We spent the week of Christmas on our honeymoon and a cruise on the Bahamas and Key West. We were in 80-degree weather on Christmas, so that was a first for both of us. We missed our family, but we were happy where we were.
Were you house shopping while you were down there?
Maybe.
Now you know why I wanted you to go to school in Key West.
Yes.
So tell the folks what you and Dan do.
I am a high school special ed and social studies teacher at Anderson High School. So I am feeling lots of energy today after a day off, and then there's word of a 2-hour delay tomorrow. Dan, do you want to say what you do?
Yes, I'm a carpenter. I'm an apprentice for the Carpenters Union out of Indianapolis. So.
Man of many words. I'm surprised we got that out. He's usually pretty shy.
He's come out of his shell in the last couple of years here. Being around
Thank you. You're welcome.
Yeah.
He has 2 older sisters, so they talked a lot for him, so I had to bring him out.
You said it. I didn't. So, I don't know what to ask. I've never interviewed my daughter before. Ask a question.
She's been on the show with you before, hasn't she?
Yeah,
I know she's been on with me one time.
Yes,
you and I and Amy, I think. Didn't we do a show
Jim
together?
Moshant.
Oh, Jim. Yeah, that's right.
Tell me what your first job was at Anderson Speedway.
In the office, I'm sure counting tickets for Little 500 or answering, being the information girl at 7 years old.
Novelty stand, if I remember.
Novelty stand, trophy girl.
You've done a little bit of everything, too, then, haven't
yes.
you?
I'm going to turn the information stand over to Dan now.
Are you? Yeah, you were training him last year.
That's what he comes with.
Well, I appreciate you all stopping by this evening. It sure brightens my day whenever you're around or we even talk about you. But you know how special you are to me, and got your mom here behind me. She loves to talk on the radio, but since we only have a half hour, we're going to save that for another week. So, go out.
Now, if we had her and Tammy both here, it'd be a different story.
Oh, yeah. We need to get Tammy on the air, too.
She won't do it either.
We're going to call Aunt Jenny one of these times here soon, too, so the folks can learn.
We should say hi to Aunt Jenny while
we'll do that. Here. You want to say hi to it's your turn? Say hi to Louie and Libby.
Hi, Louie and Libby. We'll be home soon to play in the snow.
You guys be careful going home. Thanks for stopping by. That's my daughter, Lauren, and husband, Dan.
She got many years as track as you do,
I didn't think I was ever going to say that.
Let's see, it's not so hard now, is it?
No. We want to remind everybody about our ticket offer. We're open out the track every day, 10 to 4. You may give us a few more minutes tomorrow and Thursday since it's going to be cold, but we will be out there. You can call. 20 tickets for $140, only $7 a show, or 8 tickets for.
That's a great bargain.
For 10 tickets for $80. I haven't recovered from Sunday yet. I mean, I had it, and this flu, I hope if you've got the flu, you've got the medicine and get over it, because Sunday was a brutal day for me. I've not been that sick in a long time.
And I don't want to knock on wood here because I'll shake the whole Ben Franklin box here, but I've been around so many people that's been under the weather, and I've got through it so far, so I hope it stays that way.
Some interesting, I asked him a question before we went on the air, and I know we've only got a couple of minutes left, but Wade Stokes works for Dave's Auto there on Martin Luther King. Wade, if you can push your button, tell the folks what you spent most of the day doing today. Caught him off guard. He's gone.
I spent most of the day putting in batteries and fixing windshield wipers.
And that's probably not going to change in the next few days.
I doubt it.
So, what else do we want to talk about? We're going to a race in a few weeks.
Yeah, a couple weeks down in Georgia.
The 24th and 25th, Cordele, Georgia, Watermelon Capital Speedway. Yeah. CRA is going to be down there with the Super Series cars and the JEG Series cars, presented by Chevrolet Performance.
They put on a good show last year.
It is.
Great
going to be
track.
A lot of big names down there.
There always is.
Rumor that maybe Chase Elliott might be there.
Really?
And I'm sure John Hunter Nemechek and a bunch of those guys will be down there. I couldn't get their website to come up here. They were having some issues with it. I texted Art.
John Hunter Nemechek is another one of those like Chase. You got to keep your eye on him. He's an up and coming.
You know why he isn't, unless he changes something, you know why he's not going to go all the way up? Because I don't think he's raced at Anderson Speedway yet.
I don't think he has either.
But rumor has it that he's going to be.
He will probably this year, won't he?
Yeah.
That's good to hear.
His dad, I'm sure, has been there. I don't know when, but I'm sure that his dad has been there. I've talked to Joe before, and Joe's a great guy. Yeah. Another good family situation,
yes.
which is pretty cool. We've only got about a minute left, but I want to remind everybody it's that time of year. Stay inside if you can.
Yes.
Don't go out if you don't have to. Keep your pets inside, and as Bob Barker says, get them spayed and neutered. But right now, keep them inside, keep them warm, because they need heat. Even though they got fur, they need heat too.
Yeah, it's going to be brutal next couple of days.
And watch your kids make sure they're bundled up if they're waiting on the bus.
That's right.
With that, next week we'll have another special guest on the air. We've got some good ones that I'm lining up throughout the winter, so it'll be pretty cool.
It'll be fun.
We appreciate you spending the time with us. You've been listening to Anderson Speedway's Track Talk. Have a safe and warm week.